Hey guys, my name is Brittany of Britzy Thrift. I'm a reseller on Poshmark as well as eBay, and welcome back to another What Sold video. This is for the month of October. You will have to bear with me because I'm not in the best mood. I haven't been for the past couple of weeks. I'm sure you know all about the Poshmark mess, hysteria, whatever you want to call it. And it has taken a toll on my mental health a little bit because I'm just not in a good mood. So I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of this video, but right now I'm just going to get into what sold before I lose the motivation. So let's get right into it. Starting off with Poshmark, then we'll go to eBay. The first sale for the month of October for me was this Madewell size 2 blush pink micro corduroy long sleeve button up jumpsuit. This sold for $15, and out of that I received $12. I thought for sure that I would get more for it when I picked it up at the time because I think I was just kind of thinking Madewell, you know. But looking back on it, the size is kind of small. It's a size 2, and I don't know. I was happy to move it out, so I'm grateful that someone liked it and bought it. But would I pick it up again? Probably not. Next, I sold this really pretty pair of girls UGG size 12 classic 2 glitter rainbow shearling lined boots. These did have some like staining around the bottom of the edge, the sole, and I disclosed all of that. I didn't want to mess with it because normally for like a rubber sole I would maybe try like some Goo Gone or something like that, but I wasn't quite sure of the material on these boots. So I just didn't want to mess with it, so I just disclosed it, and they sold for $29 and I got $23.20. Then I sold this pair of Talbots size 12 brown corduroy jegging pants. They sold for $30, and out of that I received $24. Next was this pair of Express size 2R Editor Barely Boot Studio stretch pants. They sold for $18, and I got $14.40. This is a Jason Wu collaboration with Eloquii. This is a size 28 navy blue floral wrap dress with pockets. Sold for $17, and I got $13.60. Had it for a really long time. Again, when I picked it up, I think I was just a little brand blinded by Jason Wu. I was like, oh, this is supposed to be expensive, blah, 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 blah. So I picked it up, but I would not do it again. Here is a new Tag 7 Islands 3X sequin sunflower dress that sold for $10. And out of that, I received $7.05. This just looked like a pretty, maxi dress, nice for spring or summer. I didn't know how it would perform, but ultimately I sat on it way longer than I wanted to, and to sell it for $10, I get my money back plus a little bit of profit. But again, I would not do this again. This is just one of my experimental things. Here is a Judy Blue size 7 or 28 slim fit light wash blue jeans. They sold for $25 and I received $20. So Judy Blue I think is still a good brand. I haven't been shopping in November makes 5 months. December will make 6 months of just straight up cold turkey, not shopping. I have not set foot in a thrift store. I'm super proud of myself, and especially with what's going on with Poshmark now, I'm glad that I haven't been shopping because I really have to reevaluate my business. But as far as I know, Judy Blue is still a good brand to pick up. But again, things could have changed. So, but this pair did sell. Then I sold this AG, Adriana Goldschmied, size 25R, the Alexa mid-rise slim boot blue jeans for $18. And I received $14.40. Then we have this pair of Bionic size 8 Fairfax gray faux fur boots. They sold for $28 and I received $22.40. So I just thought they looked really comfy and cozy and everything, and they were a nice neutral gray color, so I'm glad they found a new home. Next is this Yumi Kim, another thing I picked up because I heard, you know, it's like I said, you got to get out of that, like, you know, what other resellers are talking about, because before you know it, it'll, you know, be on to the next thing, and then you'll have a bunch of something that you thought was good and it's really not. So this is one of those pieces. This is a Yumi Kim size small silk floral v-neck roll-up quarter sleeve romper. So it sold for $12 and I got $9.05 for it. I thought that, again, because of Yumi Kim, it would sell faster. And, you know, it actually did have a good makeup for it to be silk. That's a nice material, but it was a small. So, you know, I mean, I just prefer the larger sizes. I think they perform better. So I can see why this took a while. But again, I was just looking at the fact that it was Yumi Kim. Then I sold this bundle of New Tag Torrid 5X Modern Scoop camisole and she also got a Torrid Curve 46 Triple D black bra and this New Attack Comfy Lux animal print 4-way stretch scarf. So I really like this because it had the same material. The scarf, Comfy Lux scarf, had the same material as Barefoot Dreams. I don't know what you call it, like bucle or boucle or something. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's what it felt like. And this bundle sold for $45, and out of that I got $36. And I believe I got all three of these items out of the $2 bin, so I only paid like $6 for them. Then I sold this Bogner size 10 ski suit. It was a brown Waldislust floral embroidered snowsuit. Had this for a really long time. I remember where I got it from. I have not been to that place that I got this from in forever. And I mean, I still would pick it up anyway because I know Bogner is an expensive, snowsuit brand. But it did finally sell for $70, and out of that I got $56. Next, I sold this IC by Connie K, size large, full zip metallic textured quarter sleeve jacket top. It sold for $32, and I got $25.60, and it looks kind of cute because I think this is the one that has like the built-in scarf. Yeah, it's like it's got this wavy textured built-in scarf. I just thought it was really pretty and kind of elegant. Then I sold this pair of Hanes. Actually, it was a pack of Hanes size large low-rise bikini 3-pack limited edition holiday panties for $10, and out of that I received $7.05. I believe I paid $1 or $2 for this from Walmart's clearance, and I love that it sold because the colors were really pretty. It was red and green, and I think it was black or either gold or something, so I'm glad that these are moving out for the holiday season. Then I sold this Ralph Lauren 1X Black Label Purple Cable Knit Sweater for $60, and out of that I got $48. And I smile when I look at this one because I remember this was something that I picked up when I was on my way to the register, and I was like, oh, just go take a look, real quick. And it was something that they had just brought out. So I was tired. I had already been in the thrift store for like 3 hours, and I was just ready to go and get something to eat. And I was like, okay, just get it. And the decision paid off because I sold it for $60, and I believe I paid $6 for it. So that's great. Next, I sold this New Attack Forever 21 size small brown puppy dog plush bedroom slippers for $25, and I received $20, and I just thought they were really cute, and they had never been worn, still had the tag attached, so I decided to grab them that day. Then I sold this Lily Pulitzer size large Terran pull-on 100% linen pants for $40, and out of that I got $32, so I like linen and the fact that it was paired with Lily Pulitzer, which I think is really cute. These, Lily Pulitzer usually does such vibrant patterns and colors and everything, but these were just a neutral tan pair of linen pants, and I thought that was interesting. So, and it was a size large, so that was a good pickup. Next, I sold this pair of Mother size 27, the Hustler ankle fray Not Guilty black jeans for $50, and out of that I got $40. So I think Mother is still a good brand to pick up. Then there's this LL Bean size 16 tall red plaid flannel lined relaxed fit blue jeans. So they had like the plaid insulated lining. I've sold these before a couple of times, and usually I do tend to pick them up because I've noticed multiple years they sell when the weather starts getting colder. These sold for $25, and I got $20. And it probably helped that it's a 16 tall, so that's cool. Next, I sold this Marvin Richards size medium jean faux fur lined coat. I think it was vintage, and I put the, Penny Lane. I put Penny Lane in this because it kind of reminded me of that style of coat. So it sold for $75, and I got $60. And I'm glad to be rid of it because, coats are kind of puffy and big and clunky, and they just take up space in the storage unit, so I'm glad that it's gone. Then I sold this. Oh, this was a mistake buy. It had a pretty big flaw, and I just didn't notice it when I picked it up. It was a couple of years ago, actually, but this is an Anthropologie Amati. This is the Kaya size large tie-dye strapless dress. Sold for $10, and I got $7.05. I believe I paid like $6 for it, so I got my money back. But the flaw was that the top of it, where the elastic is supposed to be tight around your chest, was stretched out, And so I disclosed that, and I said that it would have to be taken in, so it did need a little TLC if somebody was going to get it. So I was fine with letting it go for $10. And I'm glad that, you know, she's able to fix it. Next, I sold this Madewell size 23 balloon high-rise button-fly faded black jeans for $20, and I got $16. This I thought would go a little faster because I thought the style was really cool. They were sort of like that baggy look, but I think maybe the size, the smaller size 23, might have held them back a little bit, because I did get some attention on it, but nobody would ever bite, and I thought, okay, maybe they're just, you know, it's just smaller, so it's going to take a while, but they finally found their new home. Here's something that I got from the Walmart clearance rack. I think probably, I don't know, $2 or something. This is a Jack Skellington size large 10-12 hoodie. This is a boy's hoodie. Sold for $25, and out of that I got $20. Next, I sold this Nuitag Sean John size 50B 100% linen brown pants. So again, the 100% linen, nice neutral earth tone. I liked it, but I knew that the size 50B was going to take a very particular buyer, so I was willing to sit on them for a while. These sold for $17, and I got $13.60. Next, I sold this Banana Republic Phil Pucci size large green merino wool blend sweater for men. This sold for $16, and out of that I received $12.80. At the time, I think I thought that Phil Pucci, or I keep saying Flip Pucci in my mind, like flip, but it's, maybe I misspelled it in the title, I'm not sure, but it says Phil Pucci. I was thinking that might add some kind of value to it, but when I looked up the comps after I got it, because I don't think I looked up the comps when I was in the store, I noticed that there were quite a few of these on the market, and they weren't particularly like rare or you know, sought after or anything like that. So I'm glad to have moved it. It was still a nice green sweater. Next, I sold this Duluth large striped dress. This sold for $35, and out of that I got $28. So this looks like something that I've been experimenting with, the simplifying of titles, like trying to, you know, I've always been one to fill out my keywords completely. Like in the title, you get 80 characters, and I use every bit of it for the most part. I always thought that the more information that you put in a title, the easier it would make it for someone to find you, but I'm definitely experimenting with the idea of a very short and sweet title to see if it pops up higher in the search or not. So I think that's what I did with this one. Just said the title, Duluth, the size, large, and what is it? It's a striped dress. So that's what I did for this one. Next, I sold this pair of Hey Dude size 11 Bradley boot cognac leather shoes. These look different than the other Hey Dudes that I've seen. Usually they look a little more summery, and so this was the first time I'd seen a pair of boots, and they were for guys. So I picked them up, and they sold for $25, and out of that I got $20. Next, I sold this Everlane size small, the cinchable chore jacket, canvas cotton something jacket. So it sold for $28, and I got $22.40. Next, I sold this Patagonia size large. This was the Ranchito hoodie merino wool blend hooded pullover sweater. Sold for $50, and I got $40, so that was pretty cool. Then I sold this Members Mark size large gray thermal crew neck shirt for men. It sold for $21, and I got $16.80. This Nuitag J. Crew factory size 29 10-inch high-rise skinny blue jeans. They sold for $40, and I got $32. Then I sold this Spider Active size medium half zip pullover. It was black, and it sold for $28, and then I got $22.40. This is something that I've had for a little while. This is a Nuitag Massimo size extra large blush pink shaggy faux fur vest in desert clay. And this sold for $30, and out of that I got $24. Next is this pair of AYR. These were a waist 28 and a length 30 skinny blue jeans. So you see skinny jeans are still selling. I recently heard that they are coming back, particularly like I'm hearing about cigarette jeans. And I looked up the definition for cigarette jeans, but I mean, honestly, if I saw them, I'd probably just think, oh, they're just skinny jeans. So I'm scared to say something is a cigarette unless there's actually cigarette in the title on the jeans or whatever. But I would probably just think they were skinny jeans. But it's interesting how, you know, once upon a time it was skinny jeans, then it's flare. I mean, things just rotate. It's like skinny to relaxed, baggy, flare. You want to go into the 90s streetwear, and now suddenly it's like skinny is kind of coming back a little bit. So it's interesting how it keeps just rotating. So these sold for $25 and I got $20. Next, I sold this Nuitag Dream Girl size 3X black mesh floral lingerie bodysuit. This was something I pulled out of the $2 bin. Sold for $15 and I got $12. So that's really good. Then I sold this MM LaFleur size 8 the Ashley dress for $35 and out of that I got $28. Usually I can sell MM LaFleur for way more. Like I've sold it for closer to like 95 or so, but I don't know, maybe sales were slow and I was like, just fine, whatever. So I just took the offer. It's appreciated, of course, but I have sold it for more than that. So I don't know if maybe the value is going down or what. This pair of Daily Drill size medium tan ribbed leggings. I think these are the last of my Daily Drills leggings. They sold for $28 and out of that I got $22.40. Then there's this Free People size 37 wing cap Monterey blue brown western boots. It's really interesting because they're just like, you know, low top ankle boots, but they're definitely kind of cowboy bootish. They sold for $30 and I got $24. Then I sold this J. Crew one size cashmere charcoal gray watch cap for $20 and I got $16 out of that. And I only paid $2 out of the $2 bin. So I picked it up because I was on a cashmere binge where I was trying to pick up anything that was cashmere, especially if it was only $2. So, and it was a good idea because anything you pick up for $2 and sell for $20 to get $16 is a great flip. Next, I've seen this brand a couple of times before. I think maybe I picked it up one other time other than this. I'm not sure. But this is called Haglofts. This is a size large. This is the Swoop Hood full zip sweater. It sold for $20 and I got $16 for it. Then I sold this J. Crew size small navy blue cable knit mini sweater dress. I believe this was new with tags. It sold for $40 and I got $32. This is a really, really pretty LL Bean coat. It was purple, my favorite color, and it had like the, what do you call it, the toggle button front. So this is a size large and it was a wool blend hooded coat, very pretty, sold for $72 and I got $57.60. Then I sold this Old Navy size 3X blue chambray Henley dress. It sold for $27 and I got $21.60. Me and plus size Nuitag Old Navy have a good relationship. They tend to sell for really good bread and butter. So as far as I know, whenever I get back into shopping, I can't see it in the foreseeable future, but whenever I do, I'll probably still be gravitating towards getting it. Maybe not a lot of it, but like I probably would pick it up here and there. Then I sold this Nuitag New York Laundry size 1X pink plaid button down shirt top for $22 and I got $17.60. This was something that I picked up from Ross. Next, I sold this, I believe it's a vintage, I'm not sure, but it just seemed like it was an older purse. This is a Dooney & Burke brown pebble leather crossbody bag. Sold for $25 and I got $20. I think it took me a while to list it, and once I finally did, it went ahead on and sold, which is great. Here's another, this is a Ross pickup. This is a 3-pack of Hello Kitty and Friends girl size 8 girl shorts. They sold for $18 and I got $14.40. By the way, can you believe that January is, you know, right around the corner? I'm not trying to rush it or anything because I absolutely love the holiday season and I'm trying to enjoy it. But like I said, Poshmark has kind of been putting a damper on it and everything. But still, it is the holiday season and I can still kind of feel the magic, you know. And of course, after the magic ends comes the big sales like the Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale where you get all your candles and, you know, all that, the body wash and the sprays and everything. And then like, of course, Ross, they do their 49-cent thing, and TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I think it's Marshalls, they have some kind of clearance too. Basically everywhere is clearancing out like a bunch of stuff. I've already noticed kind of some weird clearance things that I've noticed is that at Walmart, they had an entire row of costumes, 75% off. Usually after Halloween, everything gets cleared out. So I don't know why they had so much stuff left over. Maybe people just don't have the money to buy it. But I was shocked to see that there were so many 75% off costumes. And I mean, it would be cool to pick it up and see if you can sell it next year. But it's like, do you want to really wait all the way till like next October? Right now, I'm not in the mood to do that. So I didn't pick up anything, but it was still interesting to see. Next, I sold this Carhartt size large jean jacket, another simplified title. sold for $52, and I got $41.60. Then I sold this Adidas size 2XL yellow hooded sweatshirt, sold for $20, and I got $16. This was a $2 bin pickup. Then I sold this pair of Faherty size 36 brown corduroy pants for men. They sold for $29, and I got $23.20. Here is another pair of Mother. This is a size 25, the Runaway Partners Undercover Blue Flare jean for $50. They sold, and I got $40. So Mother seems like it's still a pretty good brand. Then we have this Green Dot by Anthropologie size small Arsino sweater dress. I had this for a really long time, but I just thought it was really cute because of the little light blue stripe on the ends of the sleeves, and it just seemed like a cozy sweater dress, nice neutral tan color. Sold for $21, and I got $16.80. Then I sold this J. Crew Factory size large tan zebra print sash. So it had like a little scarf sash built into it that went around the neckline. It's a sweater, also another nice neutral brown tan. Sold for $25, and I got $20. Here's something that I really liked. This was, sorry, my dog is taking a nap behind me. This is a Simply Southern size medium breast cancer awareness fight like, I can't see the rest. I don't know if this is fight like a girl, probably. Long sleeve black and pink glitter t-shirt. It had like the picture of a pig with a pink bandana tied around it, and it had glitter on it, and I thought it was really cute. I actually got it up kind of late, so I didn't think that it would sell. I thought I had missed the boat because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I put it up pretty late, but it still sold anyway for $35, and I got $28. This was a $2 bin pickup, so that was really cool. Next, I sold this new Tag Joe's size 27, the skinny super chic rhinestone waist black jeans for $39, and I received $31.20. Then I sold this Cartier Anthropologie size 4 gray cuffed wide leg pants for $50, and I got $40 out of that. This was something that I had recently pulled out of a death pile bag, something that I had just thrown for no particular reason in the corner, and I just didn't get back to it. But I decided, I was like, they were new with tags, and I was like, I really need to get them up. Sure enough, they sold fairly quickly, and that's $40 in my pocket. Then I sold this really pretty Ken Ross 100% cashmere chocolate brown V-neck sweater. I think it got a lot of attention because it was chocolate brown. I'm almost certain that's why people kept looking at it, because I read some article about how people don't, I don't know, I guess they want to get away from wearing just typical black leggings for some reason. I don't know why. I love wearing black leggings because it goes with everything, but they were saying the alternative would be to go to chocolate brown leggings. And so maybe that's crossed over to just chocolate brown being for everything, sweaters and everything. Maybe that's, you know, a color that people just kind of like right now. But this sold for $35, and I got $28. Next, I sold this Big Bud Press, or I have Big Bud in here, but I think that's the brand, Big Bud Press. Size large green thermal knit shirt for $30, and I received $24 for that. So I'd had Big Bud Press on my BOLO list for a while, but this is the first and only time that I've ever found it, and so I was excited to try it, and I'm satisfied with it. So, yeah. So that's it for Poshmark. Let's look at what sold on eBay. So on October the 12th on eBay, my first sale was this new Tag Gap extra small ombre multicolor rainbow striped sweater. It sold for $25. And my order earnings were $15.36. I picked it up because I just really liked the cute little pastel rainbow color. I thought it was really pretty. Did have to sit on it for a while, but I didn't mind because I just like the sweater myself. Then I sold this. This is something I got from By the Pound, and it was a really nice, thick, hefty sweatshirt, and it was hooded. And it was this pretty rose, kind of pink purple color. This is the Crate New York size 2XL heavyweight cotton sweatshirt. This sold for $55, and out of that I received $39.61. Next, I sold this new Tag Banana Republic Factory size 6 petite Ryan mid-rise wool blend, really pretty, kind of a dark purple office pant or slacks or whatever you want to call it. This sold for $28, and out of that I got $17.32. Then I sold this pair of Vionic Pro size 9 Avery metallic slip-on VO grip slip. Did I say slip-on twice in here? Maybe I did. slip-on shoes, really cool blue sort of marble look to them. They sold for $28, and then I got $16.91 for them. Then I sold this Nuitag Chaser size medium Phantom Black square neck smocked dress for $30, and out of that I got $17.61. This was a good one. This was a Nuitag Ralph Lauren size 20W black velvet satin open front blazer jacket, sold for $98, and I received $70.28. And I distinctly remember that I got that from Ross during their January clearance, you know, where they're just trying to get rid of everything. And I didn't pay 49 cents for that. I actually paid $20. So that's not bad because, like I said, I got $70.28 and I paid $20. So I'm still happy with it. Then I sold the North Face size medium Horizon Cargo UPF 30 gray shorts for men. Sold for $25, and I received $15.70. This was a $2 bin pickup, by the way. This is another men's item. This is a Nuitag Guess size small toasted taupe. I love that description of the color because it's a tan color, but they call it toasted taupe. Thomas short sleeve knits sweater top shirt, whatever you want to call it. Sold for $28, and out of that I received $17.90. And then we have this Natural Life size small medium floral quarter zip pullover, sold for $45, and I got $28.74. This is an Oil Lily size 38 or a US size 8 wool black floral embroidered skirt. I remember as soon as I touched it, it felt good and it just looked beautiful with like the flowers and everything. I was like, this is just beautiful. Sold for $75, and out of that I got $53.82. So whenever I go back shopping again, I'm definitely just gonna pay attention to my own instincts. Whatever looks good or feels good to me, do my due diligence, look up comps, look at the sell-through rate, all of that. But I think I'm kind of done with creating BOLO lists. I'm not gonna try to remember any kind of brand name. I'm simply gonna walk into the store, look around, see what stands out to me, then do my research on my phone and decide if it's a good deal or whatever. You know, I feel like there's no rule book anymore. There's just instincts that are going to have to be, you know, you just got to go for what you feel. Next, I sold this Black Milk size medium black shimmer legging for $30, and out of that I got $19.77. Then I sold this Nuitag American Eagle size 18 regular stretch super high rise jean for $40, and I got $27.05. So actually a pretty good month for eBay. And I sold this El Bico Tech Twill size 44R navy blue fluid stain resistant performance pants. So I believe that they're like pants that law enforcement wears or security. They sold for $35, and out of that I received $23.11. And then we have this Nilly Loughton for Target size 3X gray chevron blazer jacket that sold for $30, and I got $16.36. It's amazing how much longer you have to sit on the for Target Nilly Loughton as compared to, like, I've sold two of just the regular Nilly Loughton, and I love it every time because it's good money, you know. But like, this was brand new with tags, it was plus size, it took forever, and then it's still, you know, only sold for $30. Of course I don't expect it to sell for the same amount as like just Nilly Loughton, but I can definitely see the difference in it. Oh, this was cute. Okay, I thought this was really cool when I saw it in the store. It's like, you know, it was made in Ireland. This is called Triona Design. It's a Donegal tweed 100% pure new wool, nice beautiful neutral tan blazer jacket. Anytime anything is made in Ireland, I mean, I think of like Erin Crafts and the Erin Sweater Market, you know, all of that stuff. I tend to like it because I think it's like quality made, like the fisherman sweaters, and it's durable, and, you know, it's really got good functionality to it. So this was no different. It sold for $75, and out of that I got $56.85. This was really cool too. This is a Nuitag's men's, I believe it was men's, pair of Dickies. Yeah, 32 by 32 hickory stripe bib overalls, and these sold for $79, and I got $59.05 for for this sale, and I'm just trying to remember. I don't know if I got that from the thrift store or if I got that from Ross, but either way, I know I did not pay more than $6 for it. Next, we have this Eileen Fisher size large green fold over jersey viscose skirt, midi skirt, sold for $40, and I got $26.21. Funny, these, I'm noticing a lot of sales that like I got canceled. Like a lot of the items that are selling here, I'm remembering that they sold, and then for whatever reason they got canceled, and then I got angry, not at the buyer for canceling. I mean, if you want to cancel, that's fine, but it's almost like a certain determination that comes out of me where I'm like, okay, you know, I will make you sell. So then I'll relist it maybe as like a lower price or something, and then it goes ahead on and it sells. So I'm seeing that in this, and I'm like, okay, it's good to get angry sometimes. Then I sold this Nuitag Banana Republic size large merino wool sweater, and yet again I'm realizing just how many times I'm saying tan and neutral. Like there's a lot of tan items that are selling. So apparently people are looking, sorry, she's hearing something outside. It's okay. But apparently people are really looking for like those neutral tones, I guess, for the fall. You know, my mind goes to like, don't you want like red and green and plaid and things that kind of stand out and are festive and bright? But you know, I mean, for November, just fall, you know, I could see someone wanting to wear tan, so that's really cool. Sold for $25, and I got $16.11. Then I sold this LL Bean size large tall Mountain Classic anorak jacket. It sold for $40, and I got $26.21. I thought this was really cool because of the size. It was a large, tall. LL Bean does perform well sometimes, depending on the piece. I love the color block of it. It was just really cool. So I'm glad that it found a new home. So pretty good month on eBay. So I don't know how well sales are going to be in my next What Sold video. You know, Poshmark has been making a lot of changes as far as like their feed. The biggest one I think that hit me was the taking away the bulk sharing, because I know some people didn't like it, but I liked it. I liked it because I get that like keywords and all of that, you know, can help, but some days if I would just sit down and share, you know, like sometimes a sale would come through just from sharing. So, and even when I'm doing my own shopping on other websites like Amazon, usually when I'm looking for something, I don't go past the first page. So whatever pops up first is usually what I make my choice from. I don't go all the way through to page 20 unless it's something really, really specific that I'm looking for. For the most part, I'm just looking at what comes up first. So sharing, I felt like, was a good way to make sure that your stuff is coming up first. My sales have gotten extremely slow since they've made the change of taking away bulk sharing. I know you can still individually do it. I'm ashamed to say I did do it individually for my entire closet one day. I just wanted to know how long it would take to do it, and I timed it. It took me 1 hour and 17 minutes. My finger felt like it was broke by the end of it. I said, I'm never going to do it like that again. I know that you can pay for cross-listing, you know, if you have like those third-party things. People are saying you can still share that way or whatever, you know, but I do not have that. So I'm very small. I'm solo, and I try to do things myself. So right now I'm not doing any third-party sharing, but I'm just trying to tinker around as much as I possibly can. I fiddle with everything, and sometimes it keeps me up late at night. Like I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like trying to see, oh, if I share this now, or if I add this particular word in this listing, will it, you know, attract attention? If I shorten the title, is that going to help? Or, you know, I've already got measurements in my pictures. I already take as many pictures as I can. I put all the flaws in there. I try to be extremely transparent about all of my listings. So it's just like anything that I can think of to help is what I'm going to do. But it doesn't seem like anything is helping right now. It seems like I can like just tap until I'm blue in the face on all these things, and still whenever I get a sale, it still feels like I had nothing to do with it. It feels like it's luck of the draw. You just got lucky with that sale, and that is the most discouraging feeling. I have over 1,800 listings in my closet, and that's with me stopping shopping like 5 months ago. Like I said, imagine if I had been shopping all the way through, and then you get to this point where Poshmark is going haywire. I don't know what's up with the algorithm or whatever, but sales are dropping, and then it's like you've got this big closet to try to manage and tend to, which I already started trying to work on when I stopped shopping. I was like, I don't need to bring anything else in. I need to get, only thing that should be getting listed is if there's something in a death pile that needs to go up. Otherwise, I've just been trying to focus my attention on figuring out how to move stuff, move it, because you can do all the shopping in the world, but if you can't move it, it's just going to self-destruct. You're going to have a whole storage unit full of stuff and you can't move it. And I don't want to be that person. I want to correct it. I want to be successful. So, but Poshmark is definitely not making it easy. They're just not making it easy. Whatever it is they're doing behind the scenes, anytime they make a change, it always tends to make things get slow. And so I'm kind of like, well, if you're going to make a change, like taking away the bulk sharing, why didn't you give out prior notice? A part of me feels like, couldn't you have waited until the beginning of the year? Like, let us have this fourth quarter. At least we would know, okay, a change is coming the beginning of the year, but let us do our thing as we always knew it in this fourth quarter. You know, some people's sales increase because people are holiday shopping and they do really well. It just seems like it was so abrupt, and that's what makes it kind of, you know, discouraging and depressing and everything. And sometimes, like my boyfriend, he's extremely supportive, and I'm so grateful for that, because, you know, it makes me feel like, oh, I failed. You know, I'm this thing that I've been working so hard on is just not working out. Nothing I do works, and he's just like, keep trying, keep trying. Things like this always happen. Don't give up on it. So he's very good support for me, but lately I haven't had the same support for myself. I've just been like, you know, that's it. It's my closet is just sitting there, but it feels like a car with no steering wheel. I can't control anything about it. Like, at least before, when I could bulk share, it gave me some sense of, you know, hey, this is at least some form of activity. Now it just seems like luck of the draw. I can, you know, watch Posh shows, I can follow, I can this and that, and still I go a day without sales. It means no, never mind. And then maybe all of a sudden 2 sales will pop in and I'm like, okay, what did I do? What did I do? I don't think it has anything to do with anything that I'm doing. It's like I have this closet, but I just can't control it. So my focus, I think, is going to be more so on cross-posting, making sure that I'm getting more and more items up on eBay, because whatever is going on with Poshmark is making me lose my mind. I'm not feeling so good. I don't like to see myself feeling like this. It's just not a good feeling, and I'm trying not to let it get the best of me. But like I said, I've been in such a funky mood lately because of it, and it's like, I know you should detach from your work, but it's hard to do when you put so much time and energy into it, and you're taking all these pictures and you're shopping and you're trying to, you know, look at like the sell-through rate, and you're trying to figure out what styles are selling and the color and the size, and you're doing all of this just for Poshmark to flip a switch, you know, on the tech side. And then it's like, it doesn't matter about the color, the size, anything. You're not visible. Nobody can see you, and nobody can buy your stuff. So all of that work goes down the drain until they decide to flip another switch, I guess. You know, it just feels horrible. So I'm trying to stay positive. My sales had completely come to a standstill where I wasn't getting any sales after they made this change. And then slowly I started getting a trickle, which I'm grateful for. The sales started to trickle back in. It's still nowhere near what it was, but it is trickling in. So I'm like, maybe it's just going to take some time for, you know, whatever changes they made to kind of like, I don't know, but it drives me crazy that it's like all I can do is sit here and watch it do what it does, which is not performing very well. And it's ultimately it's affecting my bank account. I don't need this. I don't need this ever, but I definitely don't need this right now. So I'm still going to work at it, because I can't just, I've got too much into it to just give up. I can't just quit it. But I'm definitely disappointed in it. Whatever the owners are doing, it almost makes me like, please just don't own Poshmark anymore, you know, because I'm just, it's too much. It's just too much. So yeah, that's it. I'm trying to hang on. I'm sorry if I'm being like a Debbie Downer. I know, you know, I try to be positive, but this is the reality of it right now. I'm just not feeling very well about reselling. And I mean, I love it. I'm always going to do it. But when I go back to shopping, I'm definitely going to seriously have to like hone in on like just what are you picking up, because it's really harsh right now. Like it's, you know, like aside from it being competitive on its own with lots of resellers and live shows and everything, then you have to battle with like whatever Poshmark's algorithm is doing behind the scenes. It's a lot, and it's just a lot. So I'm gonna hang in there for now. I hope that you're hanging in there. If you're frustrated with it, I'm right there with you, but you know, all we can do is just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. So that's where I am right now, and I thank you so much for watching this video. I will be back with my What Sold video next month for the month of November. We will see how that goes. It may be a much shorter video. I don't know. I'm just warning you, but I hope to see you back to see how things are progressing. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time, hopefully.